What is up, everybody? It is Drew, Travel the Burning Abyss here, back with another deck profile, and I'm going to be showing off my list that I played for locals today. I got second place. I went X1. Round one, I played against Tearlament, and I got that in two. I 2-0'd him. Round two, I played against Spright Adventure Punk, and I beat that 2-0. That was against my good friend Matt. Shoutouts to Matt. Round three was against Tearlament. I lost in three to a really bad brick. My game three brick was 2 Gamma, a Nibiru, a Spright Blue, and a Crossout Designator. Like there's nothing that I could really do to play. So yeah, I didn't draw well. And then last round was against Branded Eldlich, and I got that in three. He flipped Tikaboo on me, but it didn't do anything because like I'm playing Spright. But we're gonna go ahead and jump into the video. Before we do, if you're not subscribed already, make sure you go ahead and smash that subscribe button, turn the notification bell on so you know when to upload more cool and awesome content like the video you're watching right now. And yeah, obviously, you know, those thumbs up are always nice too. I love seeing the thumbs up on my videos. They help out a whole lot, and it's significantly appreciated. But let's go ahead and jump into my Spright list that I played this week. Okay, so we'll start with the main deck like we usually do. My Spright lineups were 3 copies of Blue and 3 copies of Jet. These were the only 3 ofs that I played. I didn't feel that any of the other ones were necessary to play at 3, so these were just the 3 ofs. They came in clutch. They did what they were there for. Then I played 2 red and 1 carrot. These were also fantastic. I didn't think there was a need for any more of either of them at any point. So yeah, those ratios were good. Playing 9 Sprights was solid. I also played 3 Diva. This didn't ever get hand trapped. Like it got hit with like a Dragos Depelia, but it never got hand trapped because there's no point in hand trapping it, because if I have an extender in hand, hand trapping this was pointless. So yeah, 3 Diva, absolutely fantastic. I don't like the Nimble Beaver build, and I don't have the stuff for the other build, the dark build. So yeah, we went with Divas, and I love Diva. And we have 3 swap, 1 dupe, and 1 Ronin. This was amazing doing the Toad stuff. And it wasn't just good because of Toad. Like on follow-up turns, I had so many extenders to keep playing the game. So yeah, playing this was good. Some people play 2 Toad or 2 swap. I would play 3 swap all the time. Like cards are really good. So dupe was also fantastic, and you'll see why later in the video. I'll explain it a little bit. Moving on to hand traps, 3 Gamma and 1 Driver. This was the only 3 of hand trap that I played. Everything else I played 2 of. So the 2 ofs were 2 Ash, 2 Ogre, and 2 Crow. And I apologize, there actually was a hand trap that I played 3 of, and that was 3 copies of Imperm. Yeah, this was pretty good. The Ogre was solid. It's something that's targetable off of E-Telly. It did work well in the Spright Punk Adventure matchup because I was able to hit the Fateful Adventure, which was nice. Ash was okay. It didn't do much. Imperm was pretty good, and I did not use DD Crow once, surprisingly enough. It never came up. But yeah, hand traps were good. Moving on to the spells, we have basically 3 combo starters. Like all of these just start all of your combos up. Or I'm sorry, 3 and 3, so 6 total combo starters. It basically ups your monster count essentially because it ensures the likelihood of seeing more stuff like that. So like you want to see these cards for sure, and if you don't see the Spright starter, it's okay because you'll be able to search it off of Jet at some point. So yeah, emergency teleport was fantastic. There were some games where I would side one out, but most of the time I kept all 3 in because it was just the nuts. Then 2 ofs. I played 2 Dark Ruler, so this was for multiple reasons. The first one being if I lost a dice roll. The second one being that I have Crossout Designator, 2 of them in the main deck. So if I set up a full board and I have a Designator too, I can set it, and if they try and Dark Ruler me, or I can just do this at the start of the turn, I could call Dark Ruler and hope that they don't, you know, have any other cards to stop my board. So yeah, that was really good. Additionally, we played the one called by for other hand traps. Also, the Designator never came up today. It was actually probably the worst card in the deck. I'm contemplating cutting it, but at the same time, I do want it there for things like Dark Ruler, so and other hand traps. So I'll probably keep it in. It's just that today it didn't come up. And then lastly, we played the One Smasher. This came up, I think, twice today. One time it outed a Toad. Like, I Dark Rulered their board, and then later in the combo, I just outed the Toad, which was crazy. Really, really crazy. So, yeah, Smashers is good. That's the main deck. Should be 42 cards. So, I mean, if there's something that you want to cut, you could cut it. But I think that playing a little over 40 is okay. I didn't play Prosperity or Desires. I didn't want to play them. I didn't want to lose cards from my extra deck, and I didn't want to lose cards from my main deck. And considering out of the rounds that I played, I only bricked one game out of all those rounds. I'll take it. Like, that was really, really good. But let's move on to the extra deck now and take a look at what I was special summoning for the tournament. All right, so taking a look at the extra deck, we already know that we got to play Gigantic Sprights. Like, this card's crazy, absolutely nuts. I love this card so much. This helped me swing for game a few times because I would use like a Link 2 under it, which is crazy. So yeah, and the special summon from deck to get your Toad combos going is also disgusting. Shutting off Nibiru's is disgusting. Like, yeah, this card is nuts, absolutely nuts. Then I played the one Toad. Yeah, this card's really good. It has a possibility of getting banned, obviously, but card's just really good. Like, it came in clutch. Then we played the Zeus package, so the Centauria, the Downward Magician, and the Zeus. This was something that didn't come up. I didn't summon Zeus all day. I did summon Centauria, so I was playing against Tearlament, and in one of the games, I knew I could push for an OTK, but what I did is he had the Curious Link, so the Lightsworn Link on board, and I didn't want it to hit the grave so he could add something back. So he only had one card in hand. So I swung at it with this, and I bounced it, and then I swung with my other cards for game. That way he didn't have any follow-up. So yeah, this was, Centauria was good when it came up the one time. I came up another time just to push for game, but it wasn't anything crazy. But I never made Downward Ordinate, and I never made Zeus. So that was kind of sad, but you know, whatever. I'm used to making Zeus in all my Burning Abyss duels, so but I'm gonna move on to the links now. We played 2 copy of Elf. This card's crazy. This card is literally like Nightmare Goblin. Like, that's what I can compare it to. This card is absolutely bonkers. I think that this card getting banned is a very strong possibility somewhere in the future. This card is disgusting. Won me a bunch of games, literally so many. Then for the other Link 2s, I played 1 Dark, 1 Hulk, and 1 IP. The IP, all these came up at least once. The Hulk came up pretty frequently. I made Hulk a lot, actually. The Dark only came up once, and it wasn't even to use its own effect. It was literally to push for game. So yeah, Dark wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. But yeah, the other 3 were okay. IP only came up once. No, came up twice. And both times it was good. Then the last of the Link monsters, we have 1 Unicorn and 1 Access Code. This was like MVP of the day. My second turn, I had so many extenders, so before I got locked into level 2s, I would just go off, spin one of their cards off of Unicorn, and then make the Access Code, and then pop the rest of their board. And usually this would be at 53, and then I'd set up a bunch of other Link 2 and Rank 2 plays. That way my opponent just kind of lost the game. So yeah, really good stuff. Then lastly, the techs. These are not links, they're not XYZs, but they are synchros. We played 1 Formula and 1 Arclight. So essentially you end on your Hulk. Your Hulk banishes itself to summon the Formula. Then your Formula synchros with one of your level 2s and makes Herald of the Arclight. And then your Tearlament matchup becomes significantly easier. And if you have Dupe Frog on the field, then it's literally a cakewalk because they can't attack the Herald. And if you make it to a zone that Spright Elf points to, that's even crazier. So yeah, this was really, really good. Absolutely love this engine. I'll probably keep playing it going forward because like it was just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So yeah, really good stuff. But that is the main deck. We're gonna go ahead and jump on over to the side deck now to see what I put in for like games 2 and 3. All right, games 2 and 3. Obviously, you know we got to play some more hand traps. So we played the triple nib. This was okay. It never came up to where it was actually useful. I was most of the time just playing through boards and not worrying about it. But like, I definitely would tell everyone to side 3 of this at the minimum. I didn't play against like any Math Mech or Marincess or anything that loses hard to nib. So yeah, but this card is just nuts. Like, definitely side deck 3 of this, or if your deck can main it, you could main it depending on what you think your matchups are going to be. Obviously, it's not that great against Spright, but a lot of people play into nib now because they don't think that people are going to play it. Next, we played the 1 Pankratops. This did not come up a single time. I sided it in a few times. It didn't come up. I never drew it. So yeah, but it's still a good card. Then the 3rd Dark Ruler, for when we know that we're going to end up going second, like, you side this in, because why wouldn't you? Yeah, this I didn't want to play 43 cards in the main deck. I was like, 42 is more than enough. You could, in theory, cut out both cross-out designators to put it down to 40, and then play the 3rd Dark Ruler, and then it would be 41. And then if you want to play like another hand trap, you could. But yeah, 1 Dark Ruler in the side was fine. I sided it in like twice. Moving up to the back row removal, we have 2 Twisters, 1 Feather Duster, 1 Reboot, and 3 Evenly. I didn't want to lose the back row. I knew there were going to be people, most of the time I can just tell that there's going to be at least one person who's going to play some sort of like back row deck. And last round, considering I played against Eldlich, it was a good thing to have some back row removal, even though I did not resolve any of these cards against the deck. Game 2, when I knew he was going to go first, so I took game 1. Game 2, he goes first, and I draw my hand, and I draw my 6th card, and I saw none of the stuffed out back row, which was not good. So he took game 2 pretty quickly, and then game 3 I just comboed off, and you know, what was done was done. So yeah, this is really good against a bunch of back row decks, but it didn't come up, so I don't know what else to say. And then lastly, going first, I sided in 3 Judgment. I wanted to play a pointers too, but I couldn't find my pointers. I don't know where I put them. Going forward, I might cut Evenly down to 2 and cut the Pankratops and play like 2 pointers, because it seemed like going second I was actually okay most of the time. And a lot of people are playing combo, so like I think that, you know, playing the pointers for the going first option is always good, because I need more cards to side out going first. You could also like play stuff like anti-spell fragrance, things like that. So yeah, but this was still not bad. It's still a decent card to play regardless. So yeah, Judgment was pretty cool. I just didn't get to resolve it. But that is the entirety of the deck profile. Got 2nd place. I'm gonna try and go to a locals maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm definitely going to try and play a little more in the future. Obviously, as everyone knows who follows my channel, I do have a lot of stuff going on in life right now that does not make it easy for me to always be going and playing in events. But that's why I make the content, and I teach people how to play. That way they can go play in events, because I feel like that's a pretty fair trade-off. But I hope everybody enjoyed today's video. It was fun to go and play. Outside of the one game that I lost to bricking, like that happens. It's gonna happen. But out of the number of games that I played in total, I really can't complain, because only bricking 1 time is not bad at all. My brother also went with me. He also went 3-1, but he finished 5th place. We had a lot of X1s, so yeah, he didn't do bad though. That's still really good. He was playing Spright. His list was ridiculously teched out, like very, very teched out. So yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed this. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And for right now, this is Drew Travel with the Burning Abyss signing out.